Welcome to everyone. My name is Mauricio,
And my name is Josefa.
and we are going to talk about fashion in the Elizabethan era.
This era was an important era for fashion. Clothes became much colorful, elaborate, and flamboyant than previous period. This was because Elizabeth was a dedicated follower of fashion. Because of this, fashion became an important indicator of status. Also, the main material was wool, but this was replaced by lighter fabrics, like cotton, linen, fustian. This was a combination of cotton and linen, and sometimes silk.
Men wore linen undergarments, such as shirts and breeches, often embroidered and decorated with lace. Over them, they wore a doublet, a thick-fitting, stiff jacket made of wool, leather, or heavy fabrics. Some wore a jerkin, a sleeveless waistcoats, and coats of varying lengths over them. Trousers were short, knee or thick lengths known as Venetian breeches or trunks, and were often puffed out to add volume. They also often had a truss, a kind of padded covering at the crotch, which was later replaced by buttons or laces. Wealthy men wore expensive fabrics like velvet, silk, and damask, and bright colors like red, blue, or black, which showed status. Clothes were decorated with many small buttons or tied with ribbons called points, sometimes with metal tips.
Aristocratic women in the previous periods wore long length dresses that covered up the shoes. That Elizabeth didn't change. They wore a smock to protect the clothes of sweat and body oils, stockings, corset for the tiny waist, a rigid form for the dress stayed in a bell shape, bone roll for the hips, a curlet was a fake skirt, high neck parallel the actual dress, sleeves, and the shoes. Commoners tried to imitate high status clothes with cheaper materials and simple patterns. Locrum, it was their work clothes, so these were made of a more durable material. For special outfits, an affordable luxury was set in. Gray and brown dye shades were cheap, so their clothes were the majority of this shade. Also, Elizabeth was the last monarch to impose laws about clothes. In consequence of that, there were restricted rules of who could wear certain type of clothes, materials, and colors. Some rules were only royalty could wear purple and only pearls and their relations can use wool garment made abroad. Servants or another lower than a gentleman could not wear fur of any kind, and commoners were banned from stocking made with a material costing more than a certain price per year.
In conclusion, fashion in the time of Elizabeth I was not only about clothes, but also about power and status. The Queen's style set an example for society, and even today, her influence can still be seen in fashion.